Leo's insights are presented to challenge, inform, and encourage you in your quest to break free from school-based approaches to education. Building upon a foundation of unschooling, we sincerely hope these insights help you to consider how education can be truly unlimited.
In the past, schools operated by the district in which I was working were open to registrations from anywhere. That is, schools were not restricted to accepting students from their catchment area. This was especially important to high school, which were catering to an older cohort of students able to travel on their own. My high school did a few things to attract student registrations, the most extravagant being the open house every spring. When I was mostly teaching French as a second language, my students and I were stuck with the question of how we could demonstrate our proficiency in French when the majority of parents did not speak the language. Obviously, plays and skits would have limited attractions, so we had to come up with something better. Our department head came up with the winning idea of making and serving French crepes. Free food is always a good way to attract attention. Well, I ate my share of crepes and eventually transferred out of the language department and into the science department, where I was finally able to teach biology, the subject I was trained in and really enjoyed. The stereotypical biology display at an open house is usually samples of stinking, formaldehyde laden, dissected specimens which do little to attract anything, much less students. So I determined to do something different. Remembering the super success the French department had had with crepes, I thought something involving food would probably be more attractive than dissected critters. I'm not sure how I got the idea of serving chocolates at the event, but it sparked the idea of a scat test. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the word scat, it's another term for animal droppings. I proceeded to collect samples of animal pellets: rabbit, sheep, deer, goat, elk, and moose. I placed them in numbered, sealed petri dishes and provided a checklist to see if people knew their, you know. I also had open dishes of chocolate covered raisins and almonds strategically placed near the dishes with similarly shaped pellets and invited people to help themselves. No one touched the chocolates, as everyone suspected they were chocolate covered animal scats. After all, chocolate covered almonds do look like shiny moose droppings. The next year, I thought of doing it again, but when I asked the lab tech for my scat sample, she responded, I got rid of that. Shh. Moral of the story: be bold and creative when trying to catch people's attention, especially your children's.
We trust you were blessed by today's presentation. For more helpful information to guide you in your home education journey, please visit educationunlimited.ca and leogaumont.com. Be sure to like us and share us on Facebook.